From Georgia to Tennessee to Ohio, the Feltons carry home with them through football, faith, and family. On this episode of The Women Behind the Whistle, Morgan Jackson talks with Miss Laquanda Felton about keeping Titletown on top. For the first time in almost a decade, the region title is back in Titletown, and your husband and his team was able to do it over the Lowndes Vikings. How good did that Friday night feel for you all?
It felt amazing. It felt so deserving. It was like, it was time. It was our due season. So excited.
You talk about due season. Coach told me all off season, he said he was due for it. What went on behind the scenes to get to that title?
Well, let me tell you this. Monday, I had a friend to send me an inspiration, and the pastor was saying that there are 4 seasons. There's fall, winter, spring, and summer. And his mom was like, "You're forgetting one season." He was like, "What is that?" Due season. And I actually sent that message to my husband, and it was his due season. A lot of preparation, a lot of waking up early in the morning, a lot of coming home late at night. Those were his plans, and he put in a plan and he executed, him and his team and his staff.
You talk about the due season, just the work that went into this. Coach Felton is the first African-American head coach at Valdosta High School. How much pressure was it coming into this scenario for you and your family?
It was pressure, but I always say much is given, much is required. So I really believe in that. He believes in that, and he walked in those steps and he fulfilled them.
Was there ever a moment when, I guess he was the interim coach, or when they gave him the interim position, you were like, I don't know about this, like it seems like a lot, or?
I remember that time when they was actually voting for it. I went to sleep that night, and he woke me up. He said, I got it. And I was like, awesome. I was so happy for him. That was a proud moment for us and our family. It really was.
So when you say voted on it, what do you mean? How does that work?
The board voted him in at that time.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so how long were y'all in Valdosta before y'all got the news that he was going to be the head coach?
We was there that summer.
Okay.
They voted him in during October. So
okay.
we came in that summertime.
Mm-hmm. So the night of, you were just like, it's too much, I'm
going to sleep.
Okay.
I went to sleep, and he woke me up. He was like, you sleep through everything. I'm like, yeah, so I can just get that peace. I mean, I felt good about it, so it worked out. It worked out really well.
Mm-hmm. Back in South Georgia, y'all been a little of everywhere.
Everywhere.
But y'all started in Cordele, which is both of y'all's hometown. Before we start with like the coaching career, now were y'all in high school at the same time?
Yes.
But I think you told me maybe it wasn't like a high school sweetheart type thing.
No. Me and Shelton, me and Coach, we grew up together. His house was actually like next door to my aunt's house, and we used to play together. And we actually went to high school together. I remember him being in my home economic class, and I used to have to do his homework, and I would bake cookies for him on Thursday. And I remember him not coming to class one day. And I told the teacher, I said, hey, Coach is in the gym playing basketball. He got in trouble, so no, I did not know. If you would have told me, Coach Felton, and I would, no. But I'm so grateful.
So y'all called him Coach back then?
No, we called him Shelton. No,
okay, gotcha. Okay. So you snitched on him?
Yeah, I sure did. I snitched on him.
So why would you bake his cookies? Like, why wasn't he baking the cookies?
He couldn't bake. I would always bake cookies. My brother used to play football, and they was on the same team at the time. My brother was a freshman, and he was a senior. So I would bake cookies, and he got some cookies one Thursday night. So how did the
love story become? If it wasn't like a thing in high school, when did it?
So when he got back from college, I remember working at the grocery store, the cashier. Him and his grandmama came through the line, and I said, "Hey, Coach, how you doing?" You know, called him Shelton. Hi, Shelton, how you doing? And from there, we exchanged numbers. He's been my best friend ever since. He just had this big sense of humor that always reminded me of my little brother. So
okay,
yeah,
okay. Mm-hmm. So y'all begin dating, and then he gets the job at Crisp County, or what's the timeline for that?
So at that time, he was actually coaching in Crisp County, 2008. He was the DC there, and I started going to support him and watching him, you know, the girlfriend then. So then we just hit it off, and we started in Dooley. Okay. As a married couple. We started in Dooley.
Okay.
That's where his career started. He was the DC there. We went to the Dome that year, and after then, we've been on this journey ever since.
To start at Dooley, very close to home, very close to Cripps County, what was y'all's experience like there?
It was good. That's where we had our first child. It was a great experience to be surrounded by your family, and just to actually, that's where his career just took off at.
Took off in Dooley, and then after that, was it Colquitt County or back to Cripps as head coach?
It was Colquitt County.
Okay.
I was like, we moving where? What is that? Because like, I've been nowhere but Cordele. You know, that's our hometown. That's where I was born and raised at. And he was like, yeah, we moving to Moultrie. I was like, okay, I guess so. Well, let's move to Moultrie.
Yeah.
And then we ended up in Moultrie, and it was wonderful. Oh my gosh, that experience taught me everything. I had the best mentors there, like for as women who taught me how to be a coach's wife. They didn't let up on me. It was like, either you're going to do this, or you're going to do that. And I had one coach's wife told me, she was much older and much seasoned than I was. She would tell me, hey, he going to do this. I see him doing this, so either you going to do it with him or you're going to have to go. I said, I'm going to stay.
No, you're going to have to go.
Yeah, because far as like she meant to me, you're going to have to make up your mind. The long hours in Moultrie taught me patience. You know what I'm saying? It taught me perseverance. It was 16 hours sometimes. Sometimes I didn't see him till the next day. And I just had a baby. She was 2 years old at the time.
Oh, my God.
So it was hard, but the community and the support was everything.
Yeah. During those times, was it kind of like you were shy about how you were feeling, or were you open with the other wives about what you were going through?
I was open because I had a support system that allowed me to be open. I had that outlet. My mom, she didn't understand the language. My family didn't understand the language. So God placed other women in my life to help me and to get me through it. So it was awesome. It was everything I needed at that time.
What advice would you give to some women who are just getting started?
Support his vision. It's not always going to be pretty, the glam, the grits, but you got to get through it. Help him. If that's what he want to do, you have to help him support the vision. It's very rewarding in the end.
I know holding that Wintersville trophy, that region title, I know that was rewarding.
Yes.
But you talk about growth there in Moultrie. He was under Coach Rush Pros, which I'm sure he learned a lot from as well. When you got into being his wife, did you have any clue what you were getting yourself into?
I did not, and that's faith. Things that you don't see. So I had a lot of nights that I had to pray, a lot of in-between moments that I was like, you got to help me, Lord, because I don't understand this, but I know it's going to be okay. And it was okay.
Yeah, it all worked out.
It all worked out.
So during that time, did you work, or were you a stay-at-home mom?
I did work. Okay. I worked in the school system there.
Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. And then from there, I mean, y'all moved and moved and moved and moved. A good amount of moves around South Georgia. Y'all go back to Cordele.
We went back to our hometown.
Yes, as the head coach of the Cripps County Cougars.
Yes.
When he came to you with that idea to move back home, were you just like, oh, we got to do it? Like, no.
I love Moultrie. I was like, oh, okay. Even though it was family back there, no. And I was pregnant at the time. I was pregnant with our second child at the time. So I was like, I like Moultrie. But we did it, and I'm like, okay, let's go. Whatever you say. Yeah. I said, wherever you go, I'm there. So
wherever
we went.
You go, I'll follow.
That's right, and I followed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a great turnout. He had a great turnout.
Oh my gosh! When I say every game was packed, so many people coming together, it was awesome. So I'm glad that we did go. I was happy for him for that decision he made. Yeah. It was wonderful.
He's a Cordele legend. I tell him that all the time. I hate it because it's like now we don't see the stands packed there nearly as much. But whenever I go there, people will mention Coach Felton. So I just know he's had a lasting impact. And then I think about the guys that he's been able to pour into there. Quay Walker.
Yes, Jamie Robinson, Big Cat. It's so many people. And not only just them, it was the young men on his coaching staff that he was able to pour in. So it was awesome. And just bringing the community together was so amazing at the time. And they talk about it to this day.
Yeah, they do. They still talk about Coach Felton being there.
Yep.
You talk about those guys he was able to just pour into and really make the best. Even the guys who don't make it to the league, I always see him pour into the guys. What is your role in that as the coach's wife, as being the team mom, I guess you could say? What's your role?
Oh, just connecting with the moms, connecting with the people in the community as far as the touchdown clubs, just being able to say, hey, coach need this, or we need this, or I see this, just being the gatekeeper.
What did you learn in Cordell when he was head coach? Because I know it's different when you're one of the assistant coaches' wife, but when your man is that play caller, he's the guy. What was different about that time? The time that he was away from us and that he put in the players, taking them on trips and just getting them exposed to different colleges. It was time. It made a difference. It allowed me to really realize in that moment that he was serious about making a difference in those guys' lives, and that he was going to do that, whether it was like, hey, dear, we can't do dinner, we can't do that trip, I can't be to that birthday party, I got to do this. So it was more of a servant moment for us, where we got to learn how to be servants right now. And that's what I took out of that. In those times when he couldn't be there, any of the thing, how much did it help having both of y'all's families around? 100%.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From there, y'all make another move. We go to Tennessee, the SEC. It just means more. Were you yes on this move, no on this move?
So let's back up. Not at the SEC yet then. We went to Chattanooga. Yes, that was the first stop. And I was like, we're going where? You finna take me to a whole nother state? Wow. I remember leaving my mom's house, and we was headed there to Chattanooga, and I remember just crying, and he reached over to me, he grabbed my hand, he said, we're gonna be okay. And from then, we've been okay. We had our highs and lows, because at that time, those moments made us depend on each other, because we was taken away from our family. So we just had each other. So
it was just you and him.
It was just me and him.
And the baby.
Now,
how old were your children then?
Oh, Shamari was 5 and Shelton was 1.
Okay. When you make all these moves, and especially at this time, moving away from family, how were you able to, keep your individuality, still learning how to be a mom? I guess you could say a young mom. How does that work?
Well, you make it work, because the thing is, it was like he's dropping you and the kids off, and he's going on. So you got to get another community behind you. You got to find out what works for you and what don't work for you. So you just got to learn how to just do it. You can't call coach. You can't bother him because he's starting something new. So you just got to just dive into it and just do it by yourself.
I feel like every mom has said that I've talked to, and I hear y'all say it. I'm like, just do it, just do it, just do it.
Just do it.
Did you like Chattanooga?
I did. Downtown was nice.
Yeah.
It was.
What are some of your fondest memories from there?
I actually became a cheerleading coach there. I worked at the university there, so it was awesome. And just meeting other college wives, being able to connect with them, it was wonderful.
What did you have to learn about the college scene that differed from the high school scene?
That it was more of a business in a sense, it was more you were dealing with adults versus high school kids, if that makes sense. So
did the parents play a big role then?
They did. Yeah, they did.
How does that relationship differ when it's like, because it's like, okay, they're still their babies, but they're really young men, almost adults at that point.
Yes, I mean, hey, mamas love their babies hard, so it don't matter how grown they are, they still gonna treat them, no different from high school. Yeah. So nothing really changed in that aspect.
Okay. And then after that, y'all make another move.
Yep, to Ohio.
Okay, so first, it's like I've been in Cordell all my life. We stayed in Cordell. When y'all were in Dooley, were y'all able to still live in Cordell because it's kind of close? Okay. Stay in Cordell. Then we go to Moultrie. Then you move me out of state to Tennessee. Now you moving me up north.
You moving me up north where the snow at, and I got to learn how to drive in the snow.
Oh goodness!
Yes, that's what he did. That's what he did. And I would call my mom. When we moved to Ohio, that season was a drought for us. We never won a game. It snowed every game. And it was cold. It was always in the negative. I would call my mom and I say, Mama, it is cold. She'd say, how cold is it? I say, Mama, -13. And she would cry. We had to buy Eskimo jackets. That's how cold it was. Snow boots. These snow days was implemented in the school's schedule. So it wasn't
I can't.
you all out. No, you had to go to school. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all made the move from Chattanooga. Was this something where you had to move up there and y'all had to wait to move?
So there was always a waiting period in between our moves. Maybe a month, maybe 3 weeks. Those were the hardest times being away from him. But I made it. I made it work.
Would you lean on in those times?
I didn't have nobody to lean on.
So it was just you?
It was just me and my kids.
Faith.
My faith, that's all I had. And that's, I actually say my husband introduced me to womanhood. I'm the woman I am today because of him. He made me strong. He made me stand firm in my faith. He made me stand firm, making me know that I can do anything, that there's nothing that I can't do. And I need him, but hey, you can do this without me. And he gave me the blueprint. He showed me the blueprint that I can do these things without him. And I've been doing it. I love to have him around, but hey, he the head, but I'm that neck.
Okay, it don't move without you.
No, it don't. No.
That just makes me think, I think it was your birthday earlier this year or something. Coach Felton posted my 5-star, and I'm like, yes, I love that.
Yes.
I love that. I just love the way y'all love on one another. That was one of the first things that was, I guess, drawn to me when I started coming around. It was like you were at everything. And like I go to a bunch of schools and I don't know if the wives work or I don't know any of their business, but it was like you were always there.
And the thing about it is when we moved away to those places, I didn't get no babysitter. It wasn't date nights. I always had my kids. We were going to support Daddy 1,000%. So, you know, we never had that a long time. I meant we was going to be there to support him because it's a lifestyle for us. And I feel like when Daddy win, we all win. So we got to show up for Daddy. That's what I did. I put away the things I wanted to do to support him.
You talk about putting away what you wanted to do. You recently got your bachelor's degree and your master's.
Yep.
How just empowering was that for you?
It was everything, because when we moved back to Valdosta, I questioned moving to Valdosta first when we left Tennessee. And when we got to Valdosta, he said, I want you to go back and finish what you started. And I was like, really? He said, yes. I said, how am I going to be able to do that? He said, you can do it. I did it. I got my bachelor's. Then he said, don't stop. He said, I want you to go get your master's. I went and got my master's. And it's been all gas ever since.
All gas, no
ever
breaks.
Since. And you know, he went and got his doctorate.
Yes, ma'am. I do know that. Yes, ma'am.
So
Dr. Coach Felton.
Dr. Coach Felton.
So when did you start your degree?
I started my degree in 2023.
Okay.
Yes.
So prior to that, when did you start it? Or like, did you
it
go
was
to
like
college
off
a little
and
bit?
on.
Okay.
It was like off and on. So he encouraged me to go back and finish it.
Now, what'd you get your degrees in?
Healthcare administration.
Nice.
Yes.
So what are you doing with that at the school?
So I am a healthcare teacher where I teach intro there, and I'm the hosted advisor as well.
Okay. Do you love being in the classroom?
I love being in the classroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
Do you like, is it like, are there pros and cons to working at the school that your husband coaches at?
Pros.
All pros.
All pros.
All pros.
I can't think of nothing negative.
Yeah.
No, all pros.
Okay.
Because we really don't see each other. And then when we see each other, like, I'll go down there if he haven't seen me and I have on something real nice. So I got to go let him put his eyes on me, and I'll just go down there and let him see me. He hasn't seen me because it's going to be a whole week till he see me till Friday night, so I have to go let him check me out.
Let him not forget what
yes,
you're working with, okay?
That's right. That's right.
I absolutely love that. I just think that is everything. That's everything to me.
It is.
That.
It means so much. And then when he can see me on Friday night and I show up and he just compliment me and just have that twinkle in his eye, I'm like, girl, you look good. I say, I had to represent for you.
You bring it every single Friday.
I try.
Every single Friday. Is this something you have your outfits picked out for the season? It just depends on the week.
Just how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah. Just depending on how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Yeah. And her outfits, if you've never seen them, she might have a blazer one week. She might have on some camo one week. She's doing all the things.
Thank you. And I encourage the wives to do it. When certain games we'll pick out, hey, we're gonna do camouflage, or we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and they participate. They really participate.
Now that you're at such a big program, one of the top programs in the state, the winningest high school football program in the country, how are you able to pour into some of the wives who have been in your spot before, as far as just getting into the world of coaching, taking them under your wing?
I always say, hey, it's an open door policy. My husband always say, I'll talk to a rock. So I do. I love to talk. I love to serve. I love to tell them the real truth. Like, it's hard, but hey, I'm here for you with my couch over there. Come here. You're more than welcome to go out to the school. So I try to encourage them because it is hard. It's very hard.
Yeah. Were there any coaches' wives that you like still keep in contact with over the years?
Oh yeah, all of them. All of them. Yes, all of them. I never lose contact with them. And the thing about it is, when everybody go their separate ways, when that time comes, I still try to keep that communication, that open line, that friendship available, because we can all learn from each other.
What are some things that you've learned from some other coaches' wives?
Ooh.
Something that maybe you still hold firm to right now, even though you've been in it for a while now.
Just always support your husband, but don't forget about you. Don't forget about you, and that's something that I've learned, and it stuck with me. Don't forget about you. You can get caught up, and it's easy to do, and you can always be there for your husband, but you got to show up for yourself. So that's the biggest thing that I've learned on this journey, to show up for myself. I have to still take care of me. In order to take care of them, I got to take care of me.
How are some ways you pour into yourself when you show up for yourself?
So I have this favorite robe I love to sleep in or to just put on. To me, that's everything. I like to go to sleep early. Self-care, that's self-care to me. Not going to get my nails did, my hair did. That's all good and then, but just being able to just rest and wind down and just be able to encourage others. I love encouraging people. I do. I really do. I love picking up the phone, sending a text, or just saying, giving you a hug. Girl, I see you. Like, I see you for you. I don't see you because of who you with. I see you for you. I'm rooting for you. It's hard, but I'm rooting for you. Yes.
She's not faking it right now. I've been on the other side of that, and it's meant so much to me. I feel like out of all the schools I've been to, my first year here, I feel like I was at Valdosta a good amount of time. Even though it was a good little drive, if Coach Felton texts me, hey, we got this going on, I'm going to make it. And you were always so welcoming. I feel like you were the first coach's wife I was really able to just build a bond and relationship with. And it means a lot to me. Coming here, moving here, not knowing anybody, just having someone as fly as you, it's mean a lot to me.
Girl, I see you.
Yeah, it's meant a lot to me. I appreciate that. I do want to dive into Tennessee just a little bit.
Yes.
You're at the top of the top then. The cream of the crop, everything. Were you for moving back down to Tennessee?
You were talking about when we was there?
Yes. Moving from Ohio, Akron, then to
Tennessee. So, that was the thick of COVID, when COVID came out. And out of all 9 of the coaches, my husband, he got sick. It was like 2 days after Christmas. That was a very highlight of our lives. Other than that, Tennessee was everything for us. I enjoyed Tennessee. I enjoyed being in the SEC, traveling, and just experiencing the excitement in the stadium with thousands and thousands and thousands of people. That was so exciting for our family. So exciting.
Top. Yeah.
Rocky Top.
Yeah. How do the hours differ when your husband is coached on the collegiate level?
Honey, weeks, days. He's on the road recruiting. I didn't see him. We was home alone. So it was different, but it was worth it. It was his job. To me, when you're doing your job, that's what you do, and that was part of his job. So it was different. We didn't get to see him, but it was okay. I did what I was supposed to do. I did it.
It seems like your children still have a great relationship with Coach Felton. How were you able to still foster that with the long hours and everything he had going on?
My kids, right? schedule. We know daddy's schedule, daddy know our schedule. If daddy come home early and you got something to do, you got to still do it, vice versa, you know. So we supported each other in that sense. We don't break up the schedule. He knew.
I heard him say on an interview at the beginning of the season, someone asked him, he was like, how do you do it with all those kids? He was like, first of all, my wife does it. But when I'm home and she can get time off, she's like, those are your kids.
Oh, yeah. Those are your babies. Yeah, I got to go. I'll be back, though. I got to go.
So what will you do just to?
I love to eat. So I'll just go and get me something to eat, and I'll go buy me something. But I'll come right back. I don't go too far away from my babies.
Now, what are your favorite places in Valdosta? I'm always looking for a good place.
I like Friends. I like Big Nick. I like A-Time. I just like to eat. I like Austin. It don't matter. I just love to eat.
I think Friends you told me about a while ago. But speaking of Mr. Big Nick, we did a show this past week for Wintersville from Rico's Tacos, and Big Nick showed up just talking about how much he loved Coach Felton, how much he just loved the Wildcats. To have a community that could be so critical, but it's so behind your husband, how good does it feel?
It feels good. It feels good. You have to keep your eyes on the prize, those who are for you, and then you have to learn how to block out the noise. And that's what I teach my kids. Like, they're able to understand and able to hear, but you have to be so focused on the goal that you have to be not motivated, but disciplined to learn how to block out the noise and naysayers. But the community, we have some awesome fans. We really do.
When did you finally get that level of discipline?
When I left SEC. When I left the SEC.
Really?
Yes, because I mean, when you're in the SEC, you hear everything, you see everything, you know? So it's like, okay, what you gonna do about it? You can't stop people from talking. What you gonna do? You just have one person that holds your future, and that's what we deal with now. We have one person that holds our future, and you have to trust that God is gonna get you through, and I really believe in that. You just have to hold on.
SEC, been in the college ranks, been at a lot of levels, college, high school, at the top of high school now. What's your favorite, high school or college?
I like the high school.
Okay, why?
I like a little bit of both. The reason why I say high school now, because my daughter's in high school. She's a freshman, so I'm enjoying the stability. People don't understand that stability is everything. It's priceless when you have young kids. And with her entering in high school, stability means so much to me, so much.
You talk about stability through all of those moves. How were you able to make every place, or maybe every place didn't feel like home for you guys, but how were you able to make, the house a home at those times?
I did it. I put my touch on it. I put my prayer on it. Hey, this home for us, so we got this. We here.
Yeah.
We here.
Do your kids remember a lot of the moves? Because they were like young, a little bit younger.
Yes, they do. They remember a lot.
And they like Valdosta.
They love Valdosta.
Yes. Does this seem like a good place, at least till they graduate, place for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. We love it here.
Yeah. I know, I think this was signing day 2 years ago. You talked about bringing the state championship back to Valdosta. And I don't know how we got this conversation or something. And you said something along the lines of, it's going to happen because he has a praying wife. That's what you told me.
I meant it.
I know you meant it.
I meant it.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
How is this just region title just one step closer to getting to the Benz?
He always tell me, one game at a time. But it was something about this year that just felt different. It was something about this season just felt different. I wasn't posting many pictures as I usually post. I had actually disconnected myself from social media for 2 weeks because I wanted my husband to experience that joy in that particular aspect that he had been longing for. And it happened. It happened for him. It really did.
Was it at the beginning of the season where you did this, where you started to feel different, or was it over the summer, or like, is this something Coach Felton told you that was like?
It was at the beginning of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, but I disconnected myself from social media prior to Wintersville.
Okay. Yeah. What made you do that this year?
I don't know. It was just something I felt that I needed to do. I didn't want to be distracted. And I feel like, sometimes you can just give your attention to too much. And it's like, okay, I need to back away from that. Because when you do, you start reading and you start hearing. And then you start believing. I was like, I know what I need to believe in. So I dived into what I need to believe in.
Your first Wintersville, what was that like?
Ugh. I remember when we had our first Wintersville game, I had on this T-shirt, and I remember Coach saying, "That's how you dressing?" I was like, "Yeah, what's wrong with it? It has the 2 teams on it." He was like, okay. We lost that game, okay? Second Wintersville, turned it up a little notch. We won that game.
This was at Valdosta.
That was at Lowndes. The first Wintersville game was at Lowndes.
Yes, and then the first one y'all won, I think it was my first. I'm trying to, it didn't matter. Go ahead.
And then the second Wintersville game, we went back over to Lowndes and we played over there and we won. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. That was a great experience.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the week of Wintersville, besides this season, you obviously disconnected, but how hectic is it? I don't
It's
think some people
always
understand.
hectic.
Yeah.
People don't understand. It's always busy. And on Thursday nights, the Feltons do not sleep. We do not sleep. It's always busy, full of interviews, full of phone calls, full of text messages, full of questions, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, y'all got that one in the bag. Y'all
Yes.
are able to win the region on that one.
Yes.
A lot of football to be played, playoffs starting soon.
Starting soon.
Yeah.
Starts next week at home.
Yes. How
At
big is that for
home.
them to be at Bazemore Hyder Stadium?
It's big. It's
Yeah.
big. We need all the fans to come out. We need all the support because it's big.
Yeah.
It's big, yes.
Anything else you want to leave us with?
No, I'm gonna warm up a few words, but go Cats! I'm so excited. I'm so proud of my husband. I'm so just proud of the difference that he's making, not only with the boys, but with the young men, with the community. He stands for so much. He really does, and I'm so proud to be his wife. I'm so proud of him.